Hi everyone, we'd like to welcome you to Real Talk. It is American Education Week and we're here at Dublin Middle School, and we want to feature the men and women who are definitely making this school run smoothly. And for those of you who don't know, the National Education Association first started American Education Week back in 1921. And now fast forward, we're here with Mr. Millett and Mr. George, and we're going to talk to them a little bit, and then we're going to meet some of the teachers here in this fine school. We'll start with you, Principal Millett.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you today?
Doing well.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on. I mean, you've got a great school here.
Wonderful school. Wonderful staff all the way around. Yes, ma'am.
And so, you know, with this being American Education Week, have you guys been doing some different things to feature different things this week, I think, with each day?
Bullying Prevention Week. We've had Parent Involvement Week this week. Got an assembly coming up this week for bullying prevention with that. Had the parents in here the other day for Thanksgiving meal.
Nice.
Everything. Yes, ma'am.
And okay, to our left here, we've got Mr. Greg George. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm going to call you Gigi. You know, you and I go way back.
Way back.
Introduce yourself to everyone and let us know how long you've been here working in the school system. Tell us what you do.
My name is Greg George. I've been in Dublin City School for 11 years over here at middle school. One of the custodians over here on the 6th grade hall.
On the 6th grade hall. Now, how do you enjoy what you do?
It's a job. It pays the bills.
And it's an adventure. It's definitely an adventure. It's an adventure. And, you know, it's important that, you know, Mr. Millett, that we make sure that we highlight so many different people, because it's more than just the administration and the teachers that makes this school run.
Yes, ma'am. Would not know what to do without any of them. Like, you know, y'all have interviewed just a few of the stars here. I said, I wish you had more time. About an hour's worth of tape where we could get around and see everybody
Well,
here.
we want to go and meet some of the teachers,
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Please
we definitely do. And so we're so appreciative and proud of just the work that you all are doing with these kids and within the community.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. We enjoy it.
Very good. And all right, Mr. George, we thank you for everything that you're doing here, this job that you so call it. I mean, you've been doing a very fine job through the years.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to meet some of these teachers here at Dublin Middle School and just see what they have to say about the work that they do.
Salvation Army Family Store is located at 1617 Telfair Street in Dublin, Georgia. We have all kind of great items in our store. We've got clothes, we have gowns, we have ties, we have shoes, furniture, mattresses, household goods, just about anything you can imagine we have. And on top of that, our prices are super low. Just about anybody can afford the things that we have in our store. We're also looking for donations. We need your items so we can continue to help the community. If it's too big for you to bring, then give us a call at 478-275-7336 and we'll arrange to come pick it up. The Salvation Army is a community organization that we help people with clothing and food items. We help with furniture and rent assistance. We help during disaster times. We help with just about anything we can. We take the proceeds from the sale of our store and we use that money in our programs here in Dublin and Lawrence County. The Salvation Army Family Store, 1617 Telfair Street, Dublin, Georgia.
We are venturing down the hallways of Dublin Middle School, and we came across Miss Laura Lord, the computer teacher here. I hear a lot of keys going back and forth in the background.
Yes, right now they're working on their typing skills, which is essential.
And what grade is this?
This is 6th grade.
They're typing in the 6th grade?
Yes.
All right. Now, listen, we want to hear all about you and tell us about what you are doing with these young men and young women.
The 6th grade students here at Dublin Middle School basically work with typing skills, and then they prepare documents with Word and PowerPoint, and we venture a little bit into Excel with the Microsoft Office certifications. We do in 8th grade. Now, 8th grade students, it is an opportunity for them to be able to receive a Microsoft Industry certification at the middle school level, which we are the only standalone middle school in the state of Georgia that's doing this.
I was going to tell you how impressive this is at this age.
Yes.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 15 years, but this is my 3rd year teaching computers.
And, you know, just a progression of technology.
Right.
You know, to think at 6th grade what they're learning. Wow, this is amazing. And you're talking about to be certified in Microsoft.
Yes, an industry certification which is globally recognized by anybody in the whole world as a Microsoft corporation.
And so you see these young kids coming in. Do they already know a lot about computers?
They know a lot about computers, but they do not know a lot about how to type. They know
And
how to
this
text.
is what they're doing.
Yes.
Oh, they know how to text.
They know how to text.
So you can't
but not
you can't
so much-
type with your thumbs.
Right.
That's for everybody out there, the thumb texters. And so, what were you teaching before computers? Tell us about your educational career.
Okay, I began teaching 7th grade science. I taught 7th grade science for 6 years, and then I went and taught 6th grade science for 6 years, and then I have been teaching computers for 3 years.
You transitioned from science to computers.
Yes.
Was that an easy transition for you, or?
It was because I love computers. I always really knew that I kind of wanted to do something with computers, and the teacher that was teaching computers before me retired, and then they approached me to see if I would like to venture into the computer technology portion of education.
And so this definitely prepares them for high school.
Absolutely. Actually, from what we've been told, the 8th graders that are taking the industry certification course will be eligible to receive high school credit as well in the 8th grade.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's why it's so important that we highlight what's going on in the school systems and how hard you all are working, because these are definitely our future leaders.
Yes, they are.
Well, we certainly appreciate everything that you are doing
Thank
and
you
have
so
been doing
much.
these past 20 years.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Miss Lord, everyone. We're here with Miss Robin Allen, the life science teacher here at Dublin Middle School. You know, Miss Allen, you've been in the teaching profession for quite some time, haven't you?
That's right. This is my 33rd year.
33rd year. Did you start when you were 12 or what, woman?
No.
You look fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your teaching career.
Well, it's been mostly at Dublin Junior High / Dublin Middle School over about 22 years, right here, and teaching life science to 7th graders.
So you have taught life science this entire time?
All of my time here. Now, I majored in PE in undergraduate because I liked to play sports in college, but I quickly went back and got my master's in middle grades education, and I've been teaching life science ever since.
And you even taught the teacher of the year, correct?
Yes, I did. Miss Shannon Spire. She was in my 7th grade class.
How awesome
as
is
well as Laura Lord, who is here teaching at Dublin Middle School. So I've been here a while.
You have been here a while. And I remember I was a Dublin junior high school student back in the day, in the early 80s. Loved it.
It's a great place to learn.
It absolutely is. Now tell us about what you've been doing with these kids, because you're doing some great things with these young men and young women.
Well, we're working on learning the parts of the cell and what each part does and why it's important in the life of the cell and the organism. So they're working on group activities, and they have to find a picture that represents what the cell does, what its function is, the cell part, and then they have to justify why they picked that picture to represent what that part of the cell does. And it helps them learn the functions of each of the organelles in the cell.
Now tell us about this little project that they're doing right now. You said you have an example of this.
Right, I have an example from some former students, and they're welcome to come up here and look at it and to make sure that they're on the right track, and I circulate around the room to make sure they're on the right track. And when they think they have it ready, they present it to me and they do their justifications on why they picked that picture.
So tell us, has your teaching style changed over the years, or are you pretty much steady with your philosophy of teaching? Have you had to tweak it any, because through the years how things have changed, technology's changed?
That's right. With Teacher Keys, which is our new evaluation system, and here in Dublin Middle School, we've been teaching under this for about 4 or 5 years now, so I'm real comfortable with it. But it has made me change because of the formative assessments that they want you to do, where you pre-test, and then you use that information to know which students need more help and whatnot. So there's a lot more of that involved. But as far as my instruction goes, I have wonderful technology. I have so much at hand that's really changed my teaching, and it helps to keep the kids engaged. But I still do some lecture because I'm a little old school about thinking that they needed it explained to them so they really can grasp the understanding. And then I give them activities that try to bring home what it is they're to learn about that.
And so it looks like what you're doing is you teach to all the ones that are kinesthetic learners, visual, auditory.
I do. I try to meet all their learning styles.
And you're definitely doing it. 33
so.
years now. How many more years do you plan on staying on this road?
I'm kind of thinking this is it. I'm thinking this is it.
Don't quote her on that. But you've been doing a wonderful job, and we certainly appreciate everything that you've been doing with these students and all of the students through the years.
It's been a fun career, and I just love the Dublin City School Systems.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Allen.
Thank you.
We are here with Miss Angela McLeod, the geography teacher here at Dublin Middle School. How you doing, Miss McLeod?
I'm good.
Very good. Nice to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Tell us a little bit about your teaching career, and then talk to us about what you all are doing now, and especially with the International Baccalaureate.
Okay, all right. I've been teaching this is my 8th year. I came in teaching geography and learned to love it. The kids are involved right now. We're studying the Middle East wars. They're doing current events and different events about what's going on in the Middle East and in the U.S. involvement. One of the things that we're doing this year is we're becoming an IB school, and that's the International Baccalaureate. And what we do is we work on the kids start to see themselves in the world market. It gets our kids ready to be lifelong learners, even when they travel. One of the things we hope is that our children will do more traveling and do more than we did, and we need them to be able to learn on the world stage. So we've changed just from learning about the general information that happens in the U.S. Into now doing things and applying all of our learning to what's going on in the world.
You know, that's so wonderful, Ms. McLeod, that you all have instituted this, because, you know, with how things are changing in the world, it's so important that we are informed.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're starting at this age. Was it difficult to get this program started, or?
Well, it's an actual transitional program, and we're in the transition phase. And what you do is you phase in different things. One of the first things we did was we started the kids to identifying with their IB learner profile. Are they open-minded? Are they able to see things from outside or look at things from all perspectives? So once they identify their learner profile, we started doing things like reflective writing, and they write reflectively on everything they learn. In math, they may learn how to do inequality, but they don't know how to do an inequality, do the problem. They have to explain to me, how do we get to this answer? When would I use this? How does this apply on the world market? So it's actually enhancing the way they learn.
And, you know, that's so great, and that's something that they will always keep with them, because, you know, I can remember at this age just learning stuff, but not really retaining it and being able to apply it necessarily. Even my teenagers will say, well, why do I need to learn this? Because how am I going to use it in life? But this is what this program does.
Yes, exactly. It gets them ready to use it, and it applies all knowledge, not just math, not just social studies, which we study the world anyway, but they're learning through English, they're learning through math, they're learning they're even learning through their health and physical education, how to apply this to the world. How does what I'm learning now apply to my life in the future?
And awesome. And they do the reflective writing?
Yes, reflective writing,
This is allowing them, too, to be free thinkers, to be able to think.
Yes, exactly.
To not just live in this world and society, but to find their place in it.
Exactly. Wonderful. Yes, they're excited about it, and so are we.
And, you know, we just saw some of the kids, and they're just diligent in there.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're really doing a good job. This activity, they actually had to create a teaching or a learning activity about one of the wars in the Middle East. How did we get involved? And so they could do PowerPoint. We had one do a little animated cartoon. We had some create board games. And after you do your activity, you stand and you present it to the kids. And then we reflect on whether we learned about that war based on the activity you created.
That's so wonderful that you're doing that. I wish I had that kind of learning growing up. But, too, you're allowing them to be creative.
Yes, and it's student-led. They picked the activity they wanted to do.
That's great.
They created the activity, and so now they're presenting.
So this is definitely interactive learning at its best.
Yes, ma'am. Interactive at its best. It is. Yeah.
Well, we certainly thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank y'all so much.
Keep doing great things.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, I'm Andy Cullins, and I'm here to tell you all about a friend of mine, Bill Lucas. He's been my insurance agent for 28 years, been a friend of mine for 34 years. He's always looked after my insurance needs to the best of his abilities, and has always been very competent.
We're in the very colorful room of Amanda Boyer's here, her math class. How are you, Mrs. Boyer?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Very well. Thank you for letting us come into your classroom.
Oh, anytime. You're welcome to come in.
You know, we're looking around, and I'm like, oh, this classroom is so cool. I mean, you know, you definitely make learning fun. You've got all the bright colors, and you've got all kinds of amazing things on these boards and on your walls, and it's really beautiful in here.
Well, thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit about you. how long you've been in the educational profession, and what all you do here at Dublin Middle School.
Okay, my name is Amanda Boyer, and I've been here at Dublin Middle School for 8 years as an educator, but I substituted while I was in college and decided that middle school is what I wanted to do, and I blissfully got a job here at Dublin Middle School where I teach 6th grade math, 7th grade math, and 6th grade social studies. Graduate of Mercer University.
All right, very good, very good. Now, we've been kind of looking at these kids. You are definitely making learning fun. What activity are they working on right now?
We're doing musical math. When we started out in kindergarten, we used to play musical chairs.
Yes.
So what I've done is put a twist on it, and what the students do as we listen to the song, we find a desk, but when we sit down, we have to work on the concept. They have to work the problem. And I go around, and if they get it right, then they get a token, and the one with the most tokens get to be the mathematician of the day. Now, if you get it wrong, you have to sit out and do some practice problems to return to the game.
Wow, so you're definitely making learning fun. What would you say is your teaching style or your teaching philosophy?
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
Keep it real. They love just being real, and if you get on their levels, you know, understand. I understand. I wasn't a child not too long ago, but and knowing their updated music, because I let them listen to their music whenever we're playing musical chairs, and that gets them excited because that's what, as they say, turn up.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. So you got to play some turn up music that they enjoy, and just also building a relationship with each child, knowing each student personally in order to teach them with the curriculum.
Now, guys, does Miss Boyer know how to get turn up?
Yes. Oh, yes. They know. I am the turn up teacher.
You are the turn up teacher. Well, we certainly appreciate everything that you're doing, because you are instilling some great things in these kids. You're being creative with what you're doing, and they are definitely retaining knowledge.
Yes, they are.
All right. Thank you so much. Miss Boyer, everyone. We have just had such a wonderful time just roaming through the hallways of Dublin Middle School, meeting some outstanding people today. And we are here with Miss Joanne Gay. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very well. Talk to us a little bit about you. We're looking around this room. You don't have any students in here right now.
No, they are actually most of those students are at Connections.
Connections. Okay. Talk to us about your teaching career, and then tell us a little bit about what you do here at Dublin Middle School.
Okay. Well, my entire career has been with Dublin City Schools, and about the last 10 years I've been at Dublin Middle School. Been through all the grades, 6th, 7th, and 8th, mostly language arts. This year we're doing another program that will help enrich our students who need to move a little faster than the others, but also we have a program that's called FLP, which is Focused Learning Plan. And we use that to, we do pre and post test with that to determine about what level the children are at. Once we do that, we can print reports that actually group our students so that we can work as a small group together on individual skills that may need a little help. While we're working in small groups, we have other students working on Learning Upgrade, which is a program that we use that goes all the way from algebra down to, you know, lower levels in which the children work. But most of the enrichment is through the algebra for the 8th grade. 7th grade, we begin the pre-algebra. And then the 6th grade, we have a Math 7 upgrade, which is, you know, introducing them to maybe some newer skills that they will learn as they're getting into 7th grade, so they have a preview of what's to come.
So what you're saying is, so if a child is having a little trouble in one course, this program helps get them up to speed without leaving them behind.
It's basically math. We're our strongest.
That's been the area.
It is. It has been the area this year.
Math is that area. It's that area.
It really is.
And so how's that been going for this year? How's it been going?
It has really been amazing. I have learned a lot about myself as far as being able to manage multiple groups and the children, what their strengths are as well as what their weaknesses are, and try to build on that as much as we can.
And so how necessary is this, would you say, for kids to progress in high school?
Well, if they miss the facts in the lower grades, any type of skill, whether it's algebra or just your basic you know, addition, multiplication, division, facts, they become frustrated.
Right.
And you don't want them at this level to feel that frustration, and hopefully they won't drop out. I mean, we're trying to catch them up, catch
Right.
those loopholes,
Right.
so that we can maintain our students.
And you know what's wonderful is the different things that they are adding to increase education and to help every individual student, because you're talking about years ago there was a high dropout rate to where if they didn't get it, they're like, oh well, I'm out.
Yeah, and that's a shame on all of us. It really is. But I do believe that with this program and this class, I really believe that we will see such gains that by the time that they reach high school, it will be very little that they will need to work on.
And that's so important. That's great that you all have this program and that you're working with these students.
I love it.
And you're loving
I'm
what
loving
you do.
it. Yes, I do.
Well, we certainly appreciate you, Mrs. Gay, for everything that you've been doing these past 20 years.
Yes.
And 20 more years to come, maybe?
No.
I just thought I'd throw that out there. I didn't know where you...
Oh, it would be nice.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All
I
right.
enjoyed it.
Mrs. Gay.
Thank you.
We've been having a wonderful time featuring teachers here during American Education Week, and we've got Ms. Keisha Howell with us today, mathematics teacher extraordinaire. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing very well.
Good.
Now, you and I go way back.
Yes.
So talk to us and tell the people out there a little bit about you and how long you've been in the educational field.
Again, my name is Keisha Howell. I have been teaching for 15 years, all here at Dublin City Schools. I started out at Twiggs County and I came back home, and I teach 8th grade math. And I started with 7th grade math, and they moved me to 8th grade math, and I just love what I do.
We believe it, and just watching the kids and just the creative way. I keep saying about creative is that the teachers here we're finding are really finding some very creative ways to teach and for the kids to learn.
Yes, you have to be creative because we are competing against videos and media and everything, so we have to keep the kids engaged. They don't like the traditional way that we learn, sit in the rows, listen to the teacher, do the worksheets. That doesn't work anymore. So we have to be interactive, and the students learn better when they're moving around, talking to each other, because we've learned that if they're able to collaborate with a partner, then they can get ideas from each other, and sometimes their partner can explain it better than we can. So.
And you were doing small group things.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us about what you're working on right now.
Well, we're actually getting ready for a big test tomorrow, and I have 4 topics up, and each one of these topics come from the unit that we're working on. So the students were asked to brainstorm. It's called Brainstorm Carousel, and they were asked to brainstorm with the people in their group one thing about each one of the 4 topics, and write that idea on the sticky note. And the hard thing about it is, as they rotate around, all the good ideas are taken. So by the 4th rotation, they really have to know something about that topic in order to put it on the chart paper. So it's a good way to get them thinking. And for them, I tell them the ideas that you couldn't come up with on the topics are probably the ones that you need to spend a little more time studying tonight as you prepare for the test. So it's a really good activity.
How cool is that to prepare for tests? Are you doing rational, irrational numbers, square roots?
Yes, scientific notation, exponents.
I remember those things.
Yes, yes.
I remember those. That's wonderful. And
Thank you.
Because of the way that you're teaching, are you finding that the kids are really retaining what they're learning?
Yes, they are. We're getting ready for a new test this year called the Georgia Milestones Test. And that test is going to require students to do extended response, which means they're going to have to explain the work. So by doing something like this, they're actually explaining, and they don't realize they're doing it because it's fun. And so when they get ready to take that test in April, you know, they're going to be like, we've been doing this all year, but now, you know. So it's really exciting for them. The learning is because, like you said, they are retaining it because they're having fun with it. And they don't realize that they're actually getting prepared for the test.
Oh my gosh, of course. They're like, hey, we're learning something.
Exactly. So,
well, thank you so much
you.
for allowing us to speak with you today and to come into your classroom. And keep doing great things, Mrs. Howell.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for
coming. I'll be back shortly.
Dad, I'm losing my house. What should I do?
Son, your mother and I were there, and Lumen Earl filed a Chapter 13 for us. He even set up a payment plan we could afford. He saved our home, and he kept my check from garnishment. Give Lumen a call. I'm sure he could help you too.
Lumen Earl, solving people's financial problems for over 30 years. Call today for free consultation.
We are here with the Teacher of the Year herself, Miss Shannon Spires. How are you?
I'm great.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
This is such a huge honor, and you know, we've been so excited to actually meet the Teacher of the Year.
Well, I don't know.
Tell us a little. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's a great honor, and anybody at our school is worthy of this honor. So we all work hard every day.
Absolutely, but this time it's been bestowed upon you. So congratulations to you with that.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we want to talk a little bit about what you're doing in these classrooms.
Okay. Well, I am a graduate from Dublin High School, and I graduated from Georgia Southern with my teaching degree. I have 3 children, Cam, Chance, and Avery. And and then all these children.
Yeah, you have
They're
a bunch
mine
of
too.
kids. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been teaching?
This is my 12th year.
And have you always taught math, or have you?
Yes, I begun teaching 7th grade math for 4 years, and then I've been in 6th grade math ever since.
And tell us what your teaching style is. We're looking around your room. It's very colorful. You've got a lot of math facts on there that people my age need to go back to school for.
I like to post you see the concept walls. Okay, every concept I like to put up, and it stays up all year. So the students are able to see it all year. Anytime during a quiz, they're able to look up there and see, you know, there's vocabulary, examples of how to do things. We use a lot of graphic organizers. I try to post those on the wall as well. I like my kids to sit in groups. They like to work collaboratively. Middle schoolers like to talk. So I like to give them the opportunity to talk about the math and what we're doing.
And so through the 12 years, has your teaching style changed with the way times change and technology and things like that?
Definitely. We have Promethean boards in our classrooms, and I love using those. I love creating the flip charts to make the lesson more engaging for the kids. We have these CPS clickers on the wall that the students can use to I say click in their answer for certain things.
Really?
So, and it's and
wait a minute, like we used to raise our hands.
Right.
Now
It's very interactive now. Very interactive.
More and more with every teacher I'm meeting, I'm wanting to go back to middle school. I missed out on some things, I'm thinking. And so how have the kids been grasping the concepts of math, the way you're doing different things to be more creative, to make learning fun, and the fact that you're utilizing groups?
Yes. They are doing really well. I do a lot of differentiation in here. So if we take a quiz or a short little quick check, then I'm able to look at that data real quick, and I can separate, who needs a little extra help into a little small group. We can talk about some things together, one-on-one more or less. And then those that already have what they're doing, they're able to go and work on something more independent or, with a partner and just kind of challenge their, challenge what they're doing.
Right. So
take it a little further.
Do you find that with them working in groups and being able to really help one another, that's improving the skills of learning?
I do. Because, even as adults, we like to maybe not put ourselves out there yet. We want to kind of be like, what do you think? Does that make sense? Is that a good answer before they just, shout out, what they're thinking? So I do think it gives them a little support when they're sitting beside a partner,
And two, it's allowing them to be able to think and to be able to express themselves without being, there's some that are probably more shy than others, but you're still giving them a safe place to be able to express what they learn.
Bounce ideas off each other.
All right, so Teacher of the Year. So what does that entail for you?
Well,
what are the cool things you're able to do, or do you have your own parking spot yet?
No.
We're going to have to talk to the principal about that.
No parking place.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
That really shows that that you're doing a wonderful job and that you're loving what you do, because it's really transpiring in the effort that you put into being a teacher.
Yes, I do love it. I love the kids. I love what I'm doing. It's fun every day to come to work. It's fun.
Is she a cool teacher, everyone? Yeah. She's awesome. You heard that? All right. Well, congratulations to you. Keep doing great things.
Thank you.
Teacher of the Year, everyone. We are here in the cafeteria smelling something that smells so delicious with Miss Rosetta Darden. How are you?
I am great. And you?
Doing very well. You know, this is American Education Week, and we really want to make sure that we highlight the educators and the people that are working within the school systems, how you make everything run so smoothly.
Okay. All right, then.
So talk to us a little bit about you and tell us what you do here and how long have you been in the educational field?
Well, I am from Dexter, Georgia, and I have really been in education for a number of years since I've been married. I've been married 36 years. I first started out, we lived in Douglas, Georgia, and I started out working as a parapro. When we come along, it was called a teacher's aide.
Right.
And then I also worked as a substitute teacher. Then when we moved back to Dublin, Evelyn Smith and Miss Roberta Mitchell approached me in a grocery store and said, why don't you come on and just work in the school system. So I put in my application. That's how I met your sister Pam.
Nice.
And so I've been in the school food service for almost 20 years now, and I love it because cooking is one of my main passions.
And here you are. You've been at 20 years.
Yes.
That's a long time.
It is.
And tell us, what is your job here? You're the assistant manager.
I'm the assistant manager and also the head cashier.
How is it for you seeing all these little kids, feeding them every day?
Oh, it's amazing. It is. And when they come, they're so rambunctious, they're so active, and they're lively, but I love them. And so when they come through the line, I'm always smiling, and I speak to them, and even if they have a little problem, I say, baby, you all right? You know, I try to keep them going and try to encourage them to really try to eat the meals, because sometimes they come in and I don't want to eat this. I said, baby, you know, we each one of our other cashiers and each one of the staff back there, we always tell them, just try it and see. You never know what you might like. That's our main focus, is try to provide the best meal for our kids and make sure there's a healthy environment for them. So that's what we're here to do, to provide healthy meals for our kids.
Absolutely. And you have strict guidelines as far as
we really do. We have to menus. We got to go by the menus, make sure we prepare the food according to the menu and our guidelines. That's in order to give the right portion size and what we use in there to make sure that the kids are fed well.
And how early does your day start? Because you all serve breakfast as well, right?
Yes. I usually get here sometime about 6 o'clock in the morning, because the kids come in at 7 and start eating breakfast. So we have to come in, get the ovens heated up, and get the food cooked and prepared, get on the line, get ready for the kids.
And you prepared today tacos?
Yeah, we got tacos today. They got a choice of the tacos. They got a choice of pizza. Then we have a chef salad. So they have their choice. And then we got our vegetables. So when they come through that line, the cooks, the ladies back there, they have them so they can make their choices what they want.
Wonderful. We certainly appreciate you and all the other ladies that are working back there with you to serve nutritious meals and serving it with a smile and just really being there for the kids.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Darden, everyone.
Yeah.